Brown Dog Gadgets. Live.
Hi, it's Josh from Brown Dog Gadgets.
Live.
Happy Friday, everybody. My hand's disappearing over here. Happy Friday. As always, I'm here.
Music is
with-
intense, Josh.
Already, this is a
Live.
great start for a Friday. Friday, the time when we should be having fun beverages, but instead we have fun arts and crafts projects
Yay.
that are STEM-oriented. As always, I'm here with my wonderful producer, Pete.
Hello, I'm over here.
Pete's off to the side, clicking on things. We hear clicking in the background. It's just Pete wrapping his long fingernails against the hard table which he works at. Shackled to day in, day out, producing video with us.
Got it.
But hey, today we're going to talk about some fun arts and crafts STEM projects we've been working on, some new things we're posting, some things we've done this week, and other fun stuff. As always, if you want to check out our materials, any of the projects we're working on, any things we're doing, you can always find those resources for free at browndoggadgets.com. There we go.
Yeah.
Seriously, all the projects we have here are free resources, whether or not if you ever want to buy our stuff or use our stuff.
Or
the
tell
resources are
others
here.
about it.
Tell your friends. Word of mouth.
Tell your
is how we
friends,
get around.
teachers, people who run summer camps or
Oh, yes.
whatever.
Summer camps are around the corner. So if you happen to run a summer camp,
We hope.
call us. Anyway, so let's look at the crazy stuff we have this week.
All right.
And talk about the cool projects we've been kicking around and things we've been
Okay.
doing. So should we go to the overhead view, Pete?
Overhead.
Let's go to overhead. First and foremost, we have this wonderful pointed arrow sign.
Is it glowing? Does it light up?
It's
What?
all lit up
Yeah.
with
Oh,
LEDs,
wow,
and it
look
looks
at
like it's
that.
running off
Yeah.
a single
It
CR232
really is.
battery.
There's 13 LEDs on there.
Indeed. This is actually a project Pete put together because he wanted a sign to point at himself in the office to say he's
Alright.
important.
It's a fun decoration. You see these online a lot, or in your store where you buy the signs for your kitchen. So it's a fun one that lights. There you go. See,
It'd make a good prop if you had to do some photography or something, because
Yeah.
especially use red LEDs. They're nice low intensity,
Yeah.
so they're not gonna blow out your camera.
Right.
We got one blinking on there. Not
just
by.
like one of those real signs with the old bulbs that are like 50 years old.
If you want to get really funky, you could hook this up to a
do.
relay in an Arduino or microbit and have it blink on and off whenever somebody's stood underneath it.
Yeah.
That seems
Otherwise,
like a lot
right
of
now
work.
it's just on.
Just on.
You could peel some of the tape back a little, and you'd probably get some wonky connections. It might blink then too.
Yeah, but Pete did a pretty good job just using a single CR232, especially with red LEDs, since they don't take much. I'm actually surprised how long this has been on this afternoon.
Yeah.
Off a single battery. Would have thought it would last like an hour, but it's been a bit longer.
Yeah.
But not too shabby. Yeah, it's pretty simple. Pete just was posting the project guide up on our website, which is browndoggadgets.com.
It is.
Bing. Which,
Bing.
There we go. We need a sound effect to go with that. Bing.
Bang.
Yeah, so this is up there now with a little diagram and step-by-step guide. It's just a piece of white random cardboard from like a scrap box, right?
Fun fact, Josh. It's brown cardboard, but I glued a template on it so you could line up the holes for your LEDs. It's just a piece of paper glued onto it.
See, I didn't know. So you can make this any color you want. Pete went with white because we had white paper.
Sure, you could print it out and color the paper, decorate it, whatever.
But you can take the same approach and do any sort of thing. You don't need this many LEDs.
Yeah.
You just, 1 to 13.
Josh, like any of our projects, they're a great starting point. It shows you how to do something, and we hope you'll follow on further and do more cool stuff.
Indeed. We hope you take this idea and do something crazy with it. And if you do, make sure you post it online to whatever social media source you want to post to and share it with us.
What's that there?
Like one of these social media sources where you can find
could tag
us.
us or let us know, and maybe we'll share it too.
We're really, really proud of those overlays.
Thank you.
It's you did a good job, Pete, with that.
Thank you.
wonderful-
Look at I know they're not
beautiful,
they're
beautiful
pretty
overlay.
nice, aren't they?
All right, let's move on to the next project. So another
Okay.
project we're working on that's also newly posted to our website is this really nice flower bracelet. This is a conductive sewing project by Andy, our curriculum writer, who's in another room right now doing curriculum things, we assume. So this is just a nice little felt project using conductive thread, a couple of crazy circuits components, and on here we've got some little button snaps on here as well. And this is a pretty straightforward, fairly standard conductive sewing project, just the embellishments. And he made some detailed templates for this because he wanted to, because it's spring, where it should be. It's actually currently slightly snowing in Wisconsin right now. So thanks, Wisconsin. flurries outside.
It's my fault. I put my shovel away last weekend. I knew I should have left it out.
That's what I get for putting out all the vegetables yesterday.
Exactly.
So, but yeah, this is a nice little project, and conductive sewing is a great activity. You could do this exact same project with our maker tape, our nylon conductive thread. We had a lot of people actually email us randomly, which was nice. After we posted the project, which was a conductive thread bracelet on felt. So basically doing this kind of project, but on with conductive threads conductive tape instead of conductive thread. There we go.
No needles, no pokey in the finger. Ow!
And I do like conductive thread projects. It's just it takes so much time to do the stitching, and when usually it's for kids and they don't need something to last 20 years. They need something to last the weekend.
Yeah, I would say, if you're doing a quick project or a project with a bunch of kids, the tape is great. If you've got maybe 1 or 2 kids at home, you want to keep them busy for hours, maybe the sewing's a good way to do that,
You got snow and allergies going on. Not COVID, people.
It's a great
allergies.
time of
Thanks,
year.
Wisconsin.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is actually up on our website. Looks good. Thanks, Andy. Looks pretty awesome. What else we posted this week? Oh, here's another Pete project. Because let's not forget Mother's Day is this Sunday.
That's right.
And everyone needs a good Mother's Day gift. So Pete made this Yoda Best Mom with Baby Yoda on it.
Right.
So if your mother is into Star Wars,
or if you are, maybe, and she knows that you're into the Star Wars, and what you could do, Josh, if you can't see your mom because maybe you're distancing, you just drop it in her mailbox or front door, and she'll find it later, and she'll know it was from you.
It's true. I mean, my mother would love this one.
What mom wouldn't? Come on.
Heartless
Baby
ones.
Yoda.
It is. It's just cute. And so yeah, just conductive tape greeting card, or do like we had somebody this week after we did this Mother's Day thing. Send us some Mother's Day pictures, some cards. So we're gonna try to drop these pictures into the screen. There we go.
There we go. Look at that.
So thanks, Sophie, out there in Oconomowoc, one of our frequent viewers. She's a very prolific Brown Dog Gadgets customer. I should say she uses our stuff frequently. Sophie's been using our products for years, and she's been some of our photography. Thanks, Sophie. But she made a nice little free-form "I love you, Mom" project. Sophie's in the 1st grade, I think.
Cool. Yeah.
I totally forget now. she keeps.
You think she's still in the 1st grade? I think she's
taller. She's like
maybe
a
past
beanpole
the
now.
1st grade.
But no, I mean, making an easy Mother's Day
cool.
card.
Yeah.
Not to have to do to go so far as to print out something super nice like this. Or on color, just make your own thing because adding conductive tape to things.
You can do that.
It looks really nice,
Yeah.
and those handmade cards are fun.
There. Yeah.
She even actually, do you know Sophie went so far as to make an on and off switch on hers.
Very nice.
She took our little tiny tape gap approach, which is one of the many types of switches you can use with for conductive tape projects. Just a little gap here, some tape up above to do an on and off switch.
Complete the circuit.
This was a Pete project this week. Speaking of fun projects we've had and we like showing off, we made a couple of fun more Straw Wars cards, which are you're hard to see in this lighting because of too much overhead lights, but these are straws on a greeting card with LEDs stuck in them using some little clear 5mm LEDs. Pretty simple, just a standard paper circuits kind of card, but they look really nice. We have a bunch of examples of these, like Star Wars ones, TIE Fighter, X-Wing, Darth Vader, lightsaber stuff. But we also have laser cats. We have this wonderful laser cat one, because what cat doesn't have lasers coming out of its eyes?
You know what this one has?
What?
Well, it has a cat, but it also has 2 LEDs.
It's true, 2.
Now, I believe they're in parallel.
Yeah, they should be.
That circuit. There you go.
They're parallel.
All right.
There's also another version, but we couldn't find the example. It's got a shark with a laser beam coming out of his head to reference some great 90s movies we know. But again, putting a straw with an LED in it on a paper craft project works really well. We always recommend using hot glue to glue this down so the hot glue actually reflects that light back up. Yeah. And so in a dimmer lit situation without all these studio lights on us, it lights up quite well, especially using like a blue or a red. The blue can be really intense. Yeah. But the red looks good. Doing like a red laser beam or lightsaber or something like that looks nice. So there's this guy. Yeah. Another fun paper crafts like this are kind of easy, so we try to throw some out for different events coming up and whatnot, and just some nice different design templates to go with things, because honestly, if you're a crafty person, you can do all this kind of stuff yourself and make your own stuff up. So
even if you're not that crafty, you can muddle through it.
Laser cat. They've got kids too. Let them freeform stuff. They're kids. They'll stuff all day long. Speaking of art stuff all day long, check out this cool project featuring real dirt. $2.99 a box. Now,
right.
Andy, our curriculum writer, being Andy, he had the nice template worked out for the bracelet that we showed off earlier, and he used that and applied it to paper. And I don't know if you can see it too well with the lighting. It's the color changing LED, I think, on top.
Yeah.
But he just made a nice little 3-dimensional flower and stuck it in some real dirt, which is, I don't want to spill all over the place.
Josh, I told him if you don't have dirt around, you smash up some Oreos. Drop them in there, That could work.
Tasty.
Yeah, tasty.
Downside is you have to waste your Oreos.
Yeah, well, you can still eat them.
But do again, paper craft stuff. Andy just whipped this guy up, like on a whim to see if it'd be nice, and it looks really nice. We've got a couple other paper flowers. This is a nice 3-dimensional thing. And again, if you're a paper crafty person, making something up like this isn't too tough. There's paper books galore and resources galore online for all sorts of paper craft. And adding our nylon conductive tape to the mix just makes life really easy because of how durable it is. And then we always like the big jumbo LEDs for projects because they're fun. So yeah,
can you tilt it enough to see a side view?
Let's take it out.
Yeah. Show them how the tape runs where the battery.
Yeah, we have the tape running up this side here. I think on the inside is also is your positive line, and this side is the negative. Andy hasn't quite finished the directions yet on that.
Yeah,
but he's gonna do that next week. That's actually exactly. The inside is all is the positive, outside is the negative. Complete the circuit with a little tab here. Easy.
Very
cool. And yeah, he actually has it so the battery is in the dirt at the bottom.
Or the Oreos if you're using Oreos.
Oreos. Coffee grounds?
I guess. Yeah, sure.
I mean, nice. So we're going to put that to the side.
Yeah.
Now we're going to mention somebody else we really like. We're going to, oh my gosh, see, I've got dirt everywhere already on here without even trying. So the other day we had Natasha from TechnoChic on, technochic.net.
Yeah.
Don't forget the .net because that's where it's cool. It's on the net. And she made a interview, a guest builder, whatever you want to call that. She came on and made a project with us. We made a couple of these. She makes some really cool arts and crafts, paper crafts, really nice high-end paper. I just say Natasha is a paper snob. Paper aficionado.
No, aficionado, please. Yes.
She knows her paper, and she has really good paper craft.
Yeah.
And like some of these things here with a nice foil built into them.
Yeah.
They're fantastic. We just go construction paper route on our part or cardstock. Natasha has some really good stuff. They're all die cut as well. She has some cool kits if you want to make some projects. I believe these are like $25 for like a 10-pack of the stuff.
Yeah.
So which is nice. You're doing you have several children because you can't have groups over right now. But maybe have kids make a fun bow tie for an event or something.
Maybe a at-home birthday party. If they can't go out, they can get the kit and build them at home.
Yeah, this would go well with the ZZ top hat I always wanted to make. That with LEDs and it played Sharp Dressed Man.
Wow. Okay.
I think all the parts are in a box in this room somewhere too.
Okay.
Just one of those projects never got around to doing. All the parts from Adafruit are sitting in a box somewhere. But anyway, Natasha has good stuff. She makes really good projects. It was great having her on. Thanks, Natasha, if for some reason you're actually watching this. But you can find her stuff here, I know on Amazon, a few other places, but buy from her directly because she's a really cool person and she makes really cool projects. Yeah. So that's Natasha's stuff here. Pete.
Yeah. Yes.
Let's talk about our sound wall.
Oh, sound wall, sure.
Sound wall.
Would you like to see what it looks like?
This is our sound wall this week.
We're doomed. We're doomed.
Right.
Yay.
Yeah.
So that's our sound wall. So we have this project on our website that's making like a sound wall project activity using our Crazy Circuits invention board. And then a bunch of conductive tape, and we just put vinyl stickers over them. We can change out the sound effects. So about every week or so, we're changing those out with usually sci-fi stuff because that's fun. And yeah, we had a Doctor Who one, I think the week before. When we originally did the project, we had a bunch of like classic video game characters, Pac-Man, Mario, Mushroom, but we use conductive paint on those. Although I think I've come to the realization that as much as we like conductive paint every now and then, don't use conductive paint.
Well,
And the vinyl sticker is just easier to switch out, especially if you have kids.
Really yep.
It just reads MP3 files. But those directions can be found on BradDogGadgets.com.
Boing.
Bing.
Yeah. Andy said he's working on a hip-hop sound wall, so that's to come in future weeks, hopefully.
like classic hip. I don't know. We'll have some really interesting.
I don't want to
sound
give it away.
samples.
I don't want to give it away.
I imagine we're gonna get flagged by like YouTube.
No,
content
no,
for like having
that's
like
not. No,
little clips of.
it's a tribute. It's fine.
Was it? I want to do was it growing pains? Like what you talking about?
No,
You
that's
can spell whatever you want to
different
do. There's any sound effect
We
you want
could,
these days
yeah.
off the internet. So
You can. Yeah.
so the sound wall's really kind of cool, especially if you have like kids or a classroom or a library and you just want to change things out all the time for different months. Just touch things and
And the fun thing too,
work.
you can turn it off. Which
Yes.
some adults really
the
like.
sound down too, which is nice. This is like a little USB speakers we're using.
Yeah. Now, Josh, I noticed you just touched the wall and
Yes.
it made the sound. How is that even?
It's
Is that
capacitive
magic?
touch, which is
wow.
an amazing thing. It's like what makes your cell phone work. So, hold this
Ooh.
up. So unlike say like a Makey Makey, which is another like touch to play sound effect kind of thing, or really it's a virtual keyboard is what it ends up being most of the time for people. Touch a banana, you have to complete the circuit. You have to hold on to a ground and then touch the thing. Whereas the capacitive touch of our board or several other different types of Arduino, like Pro Micro, I think has it too
Sure,
now.
a couple different boards.
Yeah, it's Arduino code. But yeah, I just touch it and it works, which is much more kid friendly.
Isn't it because you have like electricity in your body, basically?
Your body is mostly made of water.
Yeah, and electricity. I think.
And yes, we're electric bags of meat,
Okay.
watery meat.
Okay, yeah, that's
I know.
good.
A little dark there. No,
right.
but yeah, we can change the state of being much like us touching a cell phone, but really it doesn't take much to do that.
Yeah.
But again, it's really kid friendly to have them come up and like touch these things, and you can switch things out or adding more tape takes no time. It's tape on a wall
Yeah.
and vinyl stickers, and we use a Cameo Silhouette but like you want to print off pictures off a printer, cut them out, and stick them on there. Yeah, it
Yeah.
works well. So there's that guy.
Yeah.
I think I was going to talk about one more thing. Oh yes, I was going to break out
Small reds.
the big old box.
We have a big old box.
We're gonna break out the
Big old
box.
There we
So
go. Look at the
our
box.
Crazy Circuits Lego Electronics line, we have prototyped out so many things over the years on that guy. So we literally when we made up our Crazy Circuit line a couple of years ago, with our PCB guy Jenner, we just made a big list of parts that we'd like to prototype out, just on even like a base level, so we can kind of get a feel for what works, what doesn't work. And so we have on our GitHub, github.com/browndoggadgets.
/ I think.
Oh my gosh, / Brown Dog Gadgets. Let's go to GitHub, Brown Dog Gadgets. We are.
You'll find
and
us.
We have all the PCB files for all of our components are up there. So you want to go to Osh Park and make something, you can. But also all the things we've never actually produced as well. Such as right now we're making up an official from us, microbit board. But here's like old prototypes for plugging in a microbit into a Crazy Circuits part. But today I want to show off.
Wait. What do you mean crazy circuit? What is that?
Well, Crazy Circuits, there are Lego and sewing based components, but I want to show off a couple of other weird ones we have.
Okay.
Because they're really nice, and I only had a couple of people actually use them, so I'm going to do this. Which ones want to grab? We'll grab these guys and put the rest of this away.
Big box.
We've got so many containers full of stuff. And we're going to plop these guys on the table and talk about a couple of the higher end ones we have. So the one I like the most, but we never actually know what to do with, is we have one for a Raspberry Pi Zero. I'm going to see if I can zoom in here.
We have a close-up cam too.
Yeah, but there we go.
Manual zoom.
Zoom. Yay! Thanks, above
cool.
camera. But yeah, this is again. This adapts the. Take this off. This is just such a. So put it together to see if it would work, and then we didn't know what to do with it.
Yeah.
Board. But yeah, this is our. Really, it's a Lego breakout for a Pi Zero. So if you wanted to say, use a Raspberry Pi to control a Lego project or control things on a Lego project, you could totally do that. Which I could totally see somebody like in the intense Lego fan world taking this approach where they wanted to have a wireless control over like lighting or sound effects or something. And a Pi Zero is such a cheap, $10 for a Pi Zero wireless.
And without the Wi-Fi, it's $5, I think. And
Yeah.
you know what, Josh? I have some of those. So if you have another board like that, I'll make a project.
Oh, we have other boards and
All
more
right.
Pi Zeros stuck in there.
Great.
And that big old box of stuff. But this is it works. Everything pins out properly. We just haven't come up with a decent project for it yet. And this was we had
Challenge accepted.
standoffs on here, and I did this with a header on there, so in case you wanted to change something, I didn't have to waste my Pi.
Yeah.
all $10 worth, which has been sitting in a box now for the past 3 years. So there's that. We really like the Adafruit feather system.
Oh, yeah.
It's really nice, and we made up several of these feather boards because why not? Because we like Adafruit, we like their stuff, and pretty sure we ordered these all from this Adafruit at the same time. But we have a couple different ones of these for their different feather boards. And these are just base will they work or not versions. We have some pin headers on the back end of these guys, but what are these all? Oh, sorry, I take that back. This is a Node MCU. These are the Adafruit feather ones. My bad. They're all dark. Yeah, I think you got the wireless and the Bluetooth ones of these, the feather boards. And they work fine. And these were just a first step in a 3-step process if you ever want to actually produce a board. Mm-hmm. Like always, we like to put pin headers in the back of our boards, like on this Node MCU, which again is a great, very inexpensive wireless board.
Yeah.
We're kicking this, and we also have a Particle Photon board.
Yeah.
Particle, they're a great company, make really great wireless boards. But this was just such a cheaper option overall to get these and use them. So we're kind of leaning on this idea for a while before we came to the realization that we mostly sell to schools. So wireless with kids in the classroom, not always awesome and not really what we were looking for at the time.
But it's great that we have these files. People can make their own if they want, do something cool.
And honestly, we've had like 1 or 2 people kind of go full crazy.
Yeah.
And not just download parts, go to Osh and make their own, because go for it.
Mm-hmm.
But I keep going back. A couple people have taken those parts, either remixed them for sewing. I totally forget where that came from. Somebody like remixed our boards or used our files as a starting point to do some like sewing compatible parts, which is great because these are sewing compatible. But somebody else made their own Circuit Playground adapter to go from the Adafruit Circuit Playground to our Lego-based environment because we want to do Lego stuff, but also using the Circuit Playground, which is a great development board.
Yeah.
Really is. It's a fun board. But he used our components because we have on our GitHub repo all the files to do to tell you how to use Kai-Cad with our design elements in there. Basically, here's how everything's laid out. It makes life easy. So we've done most of the hard work of how the spacing works. Everything should hook together. And for like development boards, it's pretty easy because you're just doing the outside row. Mm-hmm. For smaller components, it gets a little more difficult because trying to fit parts between Lego studs, which is where it gets really, really annoying. And like our NeoPixel board, we kept running into issues early on because the standard like NeoPixel LED is just like the size between like the 4 Lego studs.
Right.
It wasn't until they released some smaller versions of that, like half size, that we were able to get everything in there. Now it works fine.
Yeah.
By the way, you'll find like that NeoPixel board and a couple versions of the NeoPixel board on our GitHub repo because we had a couple different levels. Like, it doesn't really work. Kind of works, but yeah. But so we have a bunch of these things on there. And I've actually never done a project with any of the Adafruit or the Node MCU parts, just because we've never really jumped into wireless stuff before. Have you done any like Node MCU or Adafruit Feather projects, Pete?
I've used I know the Feather is really nice. I know some people have used them. I haven't used them very much, really.
Let's go with the close-up camera.
Close-up cam. Let's
Finally got
see.
a close-up camera working.
Let's try our close-up.
Ooh, close-up
that
camera.
Looks all right, yeah.
We can't just. There we go.
Not bad.
Yeah, but I mean, these are all pretty much set up the exact same way. All of our development boards tend to have the same basic setup overall because there's only so much you can do with a rectangular PCB.
Yeah.
I think the most crazy we're going is with our new microbit board because we're actually adding some other features onto there. Not a lot, but just a couple little features. But anywho, these are all on our website, and so yeah, if you ever want to make your own Crazy Circus components or do a Lego or sewing compatible Raspberry Pi or Adafruit Feather stuff, I'm sure Adafruit has.
I'll do a Pi project for sure with that board.
Sure.
Yeah. Definitely.
We've got 4 or 5 of them. Thanks, Osh Park. And again, we love making it. These are all purple PCBs from Osh.
Right?
We always use them for prototyping. But yeah, I mean, it's not tough to do this. We put it together in a way that anybody who has basic PCB design skills could just come in and make their own parts, because we want to make sure that if we had a new PCB designer for one reason or the other, or somebody else had to pick up a project that was halfway done, that it was all documented heavily. And our Jenna, our PCB developer, did such a nice job in documenting things on GitHub.
Yeah.
Fantastic. very detail oriented. Thanks, Jenner.
Yeah.
Who's probably never going to watch this. Anyway, that's the stuff we have here. Any
Yeah.
other things going on, Pete?
No, I don't. Oh, jeez.
It's allergy season
All
and
right.
it's snowing.
Yes.
Like a cat hit me in the face. or
No,
something.
we had a great week, I think. We showed a lot of stuff. We kept busy. What do we got happening next week?
So next week we are doing a Crazy Circuits ambulance with Make on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I totally forget what we're doing on Tuesday. We've got stuff lined up Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So we've got some projects that we're going to be.
Do we have any guests next week?
No, actually, I don't have a guest
guests?
yet.
No guests yet, huh?
All my guests are later in the week. I'm going to see if I can drum up somebody who might be bored and stuck at home for COVID. Trying to drum up all the STEM people I know, since we can bring people in and do a little fun project with them or something, because we love having people on and we like doing this, and people are emailing us about stuff afterwards. So anyway, if you have any questions or comments or whatnot,
could we do a Crazy Circuits Lego maze on Tuesday, maybe?
I think I have that scheduled on the, is that what's on the calendar? Oh, you're looking at it. Oh, see, I have a calendar. We're doing a Lego maze on Tuesday. We have a fun little Lego maze that is, in fact, Arduino controlled.
Yeah.
So that we have a little gate that comes up and down.
Very
we try to
cool.
do that. It's a pretty fun project. It's actually already documented on our website if you're actually curious about that, but we'll be going over how it works and how to make some of the mechanisms on that and how you can use Crazy Circuits for simple cause and effects in Lego projects, because Lego's a great system for especially mechanics, and even as an adult, mechanics are obnoxious to try to work on. But Lego's it's a nice, easy system that everybody has somewhere in their basement or a closet or whatnot. But anywho, thanks for watching as always. Check out our website, follow us on social media. We'll be here next week. Email us if you have any questions. Hopefully we haven't frozen to death here in Wisconsin. It's either freezing or boiling, depending on which day of the week it is. It was like 70 something the other day, and now it's like 30.
Josh, fun fact: we thought 70 was warm. Some people I know in Florida is like, "Ooh, it's 75. It's so cold right now."
Yeah, it's California for a museum conference a while back, and it was like February. It was perfect weather, just beautiful out. All the locals were just bundled up, and I'm like, shorts and a t-shirt. Spring break. And no, it was San Diego. You're very pretty. Thanks, San Diego.
Anything else?
I'm good.
All right,
It's
we're
Friday.
gonna roll those credits.
Credits.
All right.
Catch you later, guys.
All right.
Thanks for watching. Please visit browndoggadgets.com for parts, projects, and curriculum. Follow us on social media at browndoggadgets. Check out our live streams at Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. We'll see you next time.